Ik sta hier met Desmond Harrington, dat is de CEO van Past Labs. En wij zijn gewoon heel erg benieuwd naar wat de filosofie van Past Labs is, wat de nieuwe producten zijn en wat we kunnen verwachten in de toekomst. So, Desmond, thank you for your time. And I was wondering what the philosophy of Past Labs is. It's been there for years, and Nelson Past has been around for decades in the high-end audio, shares his knowledge, but why? Why does Past do what Past do?
Because Nelson Pass, whether he had Pass Labs, First Water, or anything else, would design amplifiers. That's all he wants to do.
Yeah.
He wakes up in the morning, he thinks about amplifiers. He goes to bed at night, he thinks about amplifiers.
Okay.
When he was designing his house at Sea Ranch, he designed it himself to begin with. It looked like an amplifier.
His mind is an amplifier.
Just amplifiers. Actually, basically, if he could, he would design output stages.
Okay.
And it doesn't matter whether it's tube, solid state, MOSFETs. He even did some with digital amplifiers for the DIY community because they were talking about it. He goes, over a weekend he came up with like 7 designs and he wrote an article, he called it 7 Easy Pieces.
Okay.
So it doesn't matter, it's just amplifiers. He loves amplifiers.
And what I noticed is, there are a lot of amplifier producers and developers, but Nelson shares his knowledge with the community. Is there a specific reason for that?
One, he is too creative. There's no way we could possibly use all his designs.
Okay.
He doesn't want to be limited by what's commercial.
Yeah.
He loves giving back. He is a natural teacher. He loves teaching people about amplifiers.
Yeah.
If you call him up with a question about an amplifier, he will talk to you all day. He just loves amplifiers and loves to share his knowledge. And he's secure that whatever he gives you today, he's got books of designs waiting. So there's no worry about stealing his designs. None. He is completely secure in his knowledge and his ability to come up with new designs.
And it makes him very loved, I noticed. Everybody talks positively about Nelson Past. And there's some beautiful Past Labs products behind us. And there are a lot of competitors. What makes a Past a Past?
Simplicity and sound.
Yeah.
We spend a lot of time listening, and we listen for a specific sound. We don't want we want a sound that you want to listen to for a long period of time. So it's a little bit more relaxed than maybe some other sounds, but it is a inviting sound.
Tiny bit of smoothness and warmth.
Yes, yeah. A little tube-like, but with a top end and a bottom. So, but it's not anything that's going to grate on your nerves after a while. So you can listen for a long, long time, and that's how we judge it. So basically what we do is Nelson comes up with the design, usually something crazy, and then we listen to it, we give him feedback, he'll change it, and that process goes on and on and on. And sometimes it goes on for 2 years.
Yeah, I noticed that I've owned an X2.5, now an XP10. It took him 9 years.
Well, Nelson does the amplifiers, Wayne Colburn does the preamps.
Yeah, oh, sorry, yeah.
Yeah,
sure.
and Wayne has worked with Nelson since Threshold. So they've worked together for decades. And they talk all the time, and they visit all the time, so they think alike.
Yeah.
So Wayne's output stages on the preamps are like Nelson's output stages on the amplifiers. And the power supplies are similar. It's just that the preamps have software and buttons, and Nelson has none.
Yeah.
On, off, that was it.
When we were walking over, you said analog is the thing for him. So he will never, ever do something with DACs or streaming?
Well, he might, but I won't.
You won't? Why?
Because we concentrate on what we do best. We do analog best.
Yeah.
Digital, there's lots and lots and lots of companies that do digital and do it really, really well. Yeah. If we were too digital, it would take our focus from what we do best to what we do okay. You'd have to, say like a CD player or a DVD, Blu-ray player, or whatever.
Yeah.
You have to buy the mechanism. You buy the software.
Yeah.
What do we bring to the table? A power supply and an output stage? It wouldn't be a Past Labs product.
Unfortunately, you see that quite a lot.
Yes.
I mean, they buy the platforms from Oppo or something.
Yeah, or TIAC or
Yeah,
the high-end player.
they slap in a power supply, filter something, and then it's a new player. So, but Pulse Labs will never do that.
Nope, we'll never do that.
It's completely your own design.
If we like to have control of design. We like to build product that will be still usable 20 years from now. You know, like you go back to 1991 with the Olives, they're still good amplifiers.
Absolutely.
So that's what we want. We don't want to build a product that is good today but obsolete in 5 years.
That's good to know. Makes it, well, also nice for the owners to know. But there's an INT 250 back here. It's introduced pretty recently. Yeah. What can we expect in the upcoming 5 years?
No idea.
Yeah.
5 years is too far out.
2 years.
Well, you have more amplifiers, different varieties. Who knows what flavor? Nelson's got things in the pipes. If they work out, we'll introduce some probably later this year. They're a little smaller than this, simpler. It's a whole new direction for us if it works out. He's doing prototypes right now. Hopefully in about a month we'll have something to listen to. And then we do the cycle. Listen, feedback, redesign, listen. So sometimes it can take 2 years. We have products that have like 25 revisions till we get the sound we want.
Wow, that's quite an intense process.
The sound is everything, followed by the innovation, reliability, and service.
And how do you see the hi-fi market right now? I mean, we're here at high-end Munchen 2016. It's pretty crowded if you look around.
This is just trade.
Yeah, this is just trade. Tomorrow the consumers will come. Do you notice an upshift in the market?
The market is odd. You have a whole bunch of the older generation, which are, you see them at the show. We go to any show, they're still, the same people are there. But you have new people coming in, like iPod, iTunes. Yeah, doesn't sound great. But think about the population of people that are exposed to music. And at some point, they're going to want better sound.
Thank you. That's exactly what I noticed. They want better sound, but they don't know how.
The hard part will be to get those people to hear better. In California, we had a reviewer, college student, who called up one day. He wanted some amplifiers and a preamp to do a demonstration at his college, because he was an audiophile, and he was fed up with his peers listening to, well, I won't say what he said, but so we sent him some 100.5s at the time and an XP20. Oh yeah, we took a gamble, So he had it over the weekend. He called back on Monday and he said, you can't believe the expression on their faces when they heard their music for the first time. And I said, that's what it is. Now, the problem is audio shows are not where you want to go to hear music. You can go see, but don't hear. So I don't know what the secret is to get the music out there.
Let's brainstorm on that.
Yes, we will have to come up with an idea, because
I think we have some ideas, but who knows. But thank you for your time. Thank you for your insights.
I don't know how valid they are, but they're mine, so.